You're now locked into the One Nation Podcast 864.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? This is the One Nation Podcast 864. I'm here today with the fellas for the roundtable panel, and we are at the Snobs downtown, 150 West Henry Street, right?
Spartanburg's new one.
And y'all know, if y'all don't know who this guy is, you should know him by now. This is our guy, Jason Green, co-owner of the Snobs. Ran with him and his beautiful wife, Suki. She's not here today, but this is the fellas talking today.
Hey.
So before we get into the topic, I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves. I'm gonna run right here with my man here, bro. Let them know what you do, where you from, and a little bit about yourself.
My name is Myron Anderson.
Yes, sir.
I am owner of Smoke City Grill. I smoke wings, anything you can think of. Happily married. Occupation working right now. Hoping to build my own business soon.
Okay. My man.
You already introduced me, but
Y'all know how this gonna get, right?
yeah. I'm gonna keep it light just because. Nah, Jason Green. By day, Spartanburg's New and Old Boutiques, co-owner with my beautiful wife, like he said.
Mm-hmm.
By night, I'm a welder at BMW. I've been there for the past 10 years, so jack of all trades, master of none, but trying to figure something out.
That's right. And I got who?
Mr. Nathan, of course, everybody knows me. BMW employee, ear to the street, everybody's favorite person or people person. I'm with that single shit, so y'all know I'm argumentative about everything. So y'all already know I'm about to keep it real up in here.
And we gonna put him in his place too. So
Yeah,
you
that's
best
cool.
believe the One Nation Podcast. But look, I feel funny right now. You said BMW? BMW. Why am I? And I don't even need to say nothing, right?
Join the dark side.
I can't do it. See, they got their own slogan and everything, man.
I did not say anything.
But check this out, man. Today we're going to talk about a few things. I'm glad Jason pulled the topic up again because sometimes it slips in my mind. So, first thing we're going to talk about. We got personal finance on the list, but one thing we definitely want to get into, how bad do men really need a woman's support when it comes to certain things? Ladies, we are talking about y'all today. Now, with that being said, we have a married man on the panel, one right here, and as you can obviously see, this guy here, single. So everybody got different perspectives on different things. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw it around the table, and then I'm gonna get back to what I feel like, we need a woman's support on. So, Myra, been married. How long?
3 years.
3 years. 3 years. How long you known your wife?
Since 2017.
2017, and we in 2024. Congratulations to you, brother. Most definitely. Now, like a strong man. You look like a strong man.
Hey,
But let me ask you something, bro. Like, we all, what I'm saying, as you can see, we're married, but we got married for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get married for a different reason, but I'm pretty sure ours is along the same sign, because I talked to you a few times here in the Snobs. But can you tell me one thing, just one? I know it's more than one, ladies, so just chill out. Can you tell me one thing that you really needed your wife's support on to get you over that next hump? Same for you too.
Emotional support, man.
Okay.
Emotional support. Because mostly, man, ain't gonna say they need help.
Right.
You need that one woman that already knows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he needs support. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not just gonna give him a push.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And well, I'm gonna tell you what, man. We all need that push sometime. I don't know. Is it? Then Jason, let me ask you this: is it because with men we think we can do everything, or is it just one of those? Is it an ego thing with us? What is it?
To an extent, ego,
Yeah.
but I gotta be the anomaly because I'll be the first one to tell you I don't know how to do that. Where's my wife? I'll be the first one to tell you. I asked her.
Yeah.
Like, that's my follow through. I come up with 1,000,005 great ideas.
Yeah.
And do you remember the idea that you had? She's my follow through. She's the one that helps me close a lot of that stuff. So the yin to my yang, like that's just what she is.
I can kind of piggyback off that with a few things, man. I thought I was Superman until I ran into her. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's a lot of
I'm
things.
still Superman.
I'm not.
In a much better suit.
Okay. Anyway,
what happened to that Superman shirt you used to wear on the
see, I'm gonna tell y'all.
You used to have that shirt.
No, I had Captain America.
Oh, Captain America.
But see, when you deal, look, this is what I want to say. I'm sitting here talking. He done brought it out of me, and I don't know if y'all can see this. I poured this up, and I thought I was gonna get through like half this before I hit this, but nah, Jason gonna make me finish this now.
I'm that man.
But no, man. When it comes for support, she's definitely been, like I say, like a big backbone. I've done a lot of things, man. Trying to accomplish a lot of goals, and I've never had to push. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Never had that. I had it in my mother, but you know, we're married now. You know, so when you get married, you become one. You know what I mean? So where I lack, she picks up, and that's one of the biggest things I learned with her, because it's vice versa. Really, we can have the same panel with women. You know what I mean? Because where she's lacking, I come in. Where I'm lacking, she come in. I'm gonna finish this off in a minute, but Nate, give me something. Come on. Don't do that single on here. Come on, talk to me.
I mean, yeah, you need a woman for a lot of things, I guess, or you know,
This
to
man
balance
got a
out.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday. He got one for each day to do something different. That's that
Oh,
single
man.
line.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Always like,
I don't know what I mean. Everybody need a strong backbone or support system.
True.
And especially with somebody a woman that's gonna actually put you in a direction to go somewhere to actually gain more knowledge
Right.
and become a better person.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for. I just
Right.
want to continue to grow and develop, not to be the
Right.
same person. And I don't want that energy from somebody else gonna bring that same just regular stuff out. I'm not content with being where I'm in. I want to keep building.
Okay.
So can I say
Yeah, say what you want.
what? Got you. No, basically what it boils down to is where men show up on a much higher level physically, women show up on a much higher level emotionally.
Okay.
So the life that they speak into their men, as opposed to what we do for a woman, what they say to a man, is that back and forth and balance that is needed.
Gotcha.
So that's what I feel women are strongest at and what men are strongest at. Together, that makes a real unstoppable force. So I mean,
You're right. You're right about that, man. When you put that together, shoot, that's really unbreakable. You know what I mean? It's hard to be broke.
everybody's looking for that when they do
Yeah.
decide to say I do.
Exactly.
They found that in somebody or something close to that to where they could build on it and go from there.
But you know, I'm gonna tell you this. I hear people say, you know, we all married up here, but Nate's single. Maybe he can, you know, chime in on this. I hear a lot of people say, you know, they're stronger by themselves. You know what I mean? And I try to, and maybe you can jump in on this. I try to figure that out, and maybe it's just one of the things they don't want another person, or they just don't want to get married. They just want to be single for the rest of their life. I really can't. I'm gonna be honest. I can't say I'm gonna be stronger by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because be honest, I really do need my wife. What you got, man?
it also could be that they're scared of commitment.
True.
Could be scared of commitment.
Okay.
Scared of sharing something with somebody. Like when you married, you sharing everything.
You're right.
Finances, your emotional content,
Right.
your bills,
Right.
You know, just anything you can think of. Your
Yeah.
house,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You know,
Car.
everything like car,
Car.
yeah.
Car.
So I mean, you can't be like, nah, that's mine. She
Yeah.
look at you like,
Yeah.
You can, but it ain't gonna last long.
you know what I'm saying? This is mine. Everything.
Right.
So
you're right. You do share everything, man. Your bed too.
especially the bed.
Especially the bed.
Especially
You
the
know what I
bed.
mean? But
Man.
I'm gonna tell you something, Jason. I caught this dude laughing when we were saying this. Did you catch it?
He said, "Oh man." He said, "Oh man."
I hope we didn't scare him or nothing, man.
on him.
But no, man.
Oh,
What we
he ain't
mean?
scared.
What we mean, man, is like you really do. You become one. And I mean, Nate, you've seen it with me. You've been around with me long enough. You know how me I hug you down. And that's just one of those things, man, where I tell people that, you know, it doesn't matter how far you go. You really need somebody with you every step of the way. Oh, go ahead.
No
John.
doubt. No, I'm waiting for you to finish.
Okay, go ahead,
Absolutely.
go
I just
ahead.
have a question for the
You
single
said-
gentleman over here. No, I'm saying, do you feel like, honestly, because you've seen so many brothers of yours that are in strong relationships and you got so much love for them, like that's good enough for you, and what is for you, you're just gonna go with? Or do you feel like you might want to partake in some of that? Like you see how he is with his wife. And would you want something like that? Or are you cool with the love that they see? Like you can go and have access to that whenever you want because y'all are so close.
I love the dynamic that they have with each other.
Yeah.
I get jealous of it.
Okay.
I'm jealous. I get jealous of it, but I'm not willing to settle for less either. In the way the society is right now, the way the woman a good woman walks so close to the hole, we can't tell them apart. So then we're already in a lose-lose battle anyway, because then the girl that's next to the hole, she wants to be treated like the queen and everything else, but then want the whole tendencies. So, I mean, it's a hit and miss with me and everywhere you go, but I'm just not settling for less. And so you got to bring more to the table than what me bring the table to you.
And speaking on that, I got an inbox the other day because with the podcast I asked people questions.
Oh,
Like you about to jump.
because you said you got an inbox, and I'm looking like, oh shoot,
we all about to die.
I'm in direct line of fire. Hold on.
Lord have mercy.
I was waiting. No, because her foot came up off the ground. I was like, hold on.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something.
What's up?
Before I say something, I see what you're doing, so you're safe up there.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Oh yeah, because I'm
Now-
gonna do
Now let me finish. Damn.
this.
Now, I got an inbox because people ask me, certain things you need to talk about on the podcast. So I randomly, you see it, I randomly say something on Facebook or whatever. And my question to y'all, and you're single, the single women or whatever, there's nothing wrong with being single at all. I don't think it is. I know some friends of mine that's, got a great head on his shoulder, they single and everything. But I asked this question, and I think if I remember, the single women, do they still need a man for anything? And see, I don't want to put it out there yet, but I'm gonna talk about it right now on this podcast. And and when you do that, you get a lot of women saying, I don't need a man for nothing. And then when it comes to vice versa, when you come to men, I say, well, do you need a woman for something that, well, such and such. But men got another subject.
Man, we only think about one thing.
Yeah, they got another topic they go to.
Football.
But what I mean,
Football. Baby, I wasn't in this.
this dude here, y'all gotta pay attention. This guy here. But my thing is like, do you think it's because they haven't found like true love, or it's just one of them things where they be like, forget it.
I think it's mostly society.
Society, okay.
'Cause
The way society is today.
Like I saw this post on TikTok earlier this week. This woman was changing her oil, changing tires and stuff like that. Oh, I don't need no man.
Okay.
So I mean, okay, you do need a man for something.
For something. You're right.
I mean, I'm gonna put this out there. I mean,
Okay.
it may ruffle some feathers and whatnot.
Hey,
but
it's a podcast. Speak up mine.
check me out.
I like where this is going, Jason.
We can't get hit to nothing.
What's that?
Sperm banks.
Sperm banks. Okay.
Women say they don't need no man.
Right.
You need a man if you're going to a sperm bank.
Well,
You need to reproduce somehow.
right.
Appropriate.
To that woman saying they don't need a man but want a child.
Yeah.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
You need it for something.
Yeah.
Now I wonder is
But then again,
oh, this good.
No. To that point,
Uh-huh.
you're 100% correct. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers too.
Here we go, y'all.
I'm sorry. No, I mean it is what it is. We're gonna speak. We're gonna speak.
Speak.
Society, on a whole, is typecasting certain women who are single and stuff like that to everything from the media to what they hear in conversations with their other single friends and stuff like that, to be like, yeah, I don't need no man, and they go through life because honestly, sweetheart, a lot of y'all are the men because of the way you act. Like men don't know how to approach you from the simple point of you act like I act, and who is gonna go for that in today's society? So it's a real hard bite trying to get what you want, but you have somebody who acts just like you.
can't
So
have
guys-
two masculine people.
It doesn't work like that.
And in defense for some of the single women out there, don't get me wrong,
I understand trauma.
strong, yeah, that too. Strong, independent. I salute you for that. Don't get me wrong at all. But at the same time, I'm not single. So I can't say I don't need a woman for that because, to be honest, I really don't know what it's like to be single. You know what I'm saying? I've been with mine for so long that, bro, it's hell. I might have well came out the womb with her. You know what I mean? But I feel the strong woman that's doing her thing. I salute you, like you say. You seen the TikTok where she changed her oil, she do a thing. I know women today that do that, but at the same time, it has to be a part of them somewhere that just. I ain't gonna say. What's the word? Yearn? You know, that's one of them R. Kelly words. Yearn. Body
Real talk. There's a huge difference, though. Like, honestly, there's a huge difference between a man and the man. Because there is somebody for them no matter where you go. There is somebody for that woman. Maybe they haven't run into that man yet, but there is somebody for them, but you have to be relatable on that level. And it takes time. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not saying, like, things don't happen to where you have to do for yourself. You're a half. You're trying to become a part of a whole, but you may not necessarily know how to do that because of life's experiences. I get that,
like
but at the same time, so you learn to do for yourself, which is good to be self-sufficient. But at the same time, if you find the man instead of a man, you learn how to let some of them things go to the side because that person truly has you in their heart and mind when they go through their actions.
That brother right there talking. I ain't got nothing left.
I know. I was looking at mine.
Man, I hope y'all listening.
I'm making these guys drink. I'm sorry. I've been drinking. I'm like this naturally. I apologize ahead of time. If y'all want to go ahead and refill, I'm not having this right now.
We're gonna do that in a minute. But I like y'all's perspectives on everything. Nate, especially, you single. You're the only one up here that can represent for the single fellas. Now, let me ask you something. Do you need a woman or do you want one?
Neither.
Because
when you actually working on yourself,
you're gonna make me get up and go.
Because when you're working on yourself, I'm working on me.
Okay.
I go to therapy sessions.
True.
I have no problem. I don't have no problem going to therapy. I know I have childhood traumas that I'm bringing up.
Yes.
But also I'm trying to be a better representative for my daughters too. And then also I'm very adamant and very watchable about what woman I'm going to bring in my circle that's going to be around my daughters or my kids in the first place.
But see,
so
that's I like to hear that. Yes. That's you answer that in your way because that's what you're going through. And you like when you're working on yourself. By all means, y'all listen to this. Whenever you're working on yourself, get yourself right first because you can't jump into a relationship or be with somebody if you ain't got yourself right. And like I say, self-love and self-care, that's one of the main things. And if you can't love yourself, who in the world can you love?
How many times, honestly, have you poured from an empty cup and filled somebody else up? I mean, it's not going to happen. So that is necessary. I need for y'all to pay attention to what this man said. Definitely. For those of you who think, it's a sign of weakness or anything like that, going to any type of therapy, an outside opinion that is based on your growth is necessary. It's absolutely anybody that tells you different isn't secure in themselves, and I would distance myself from them ASAP. Somebody who is working on them and truly wants to put their best version, because understand, the world needs you, but the world needs the best version of you. Anybody trying to do that before they step out into the world or have somebody around their children, what have you, pay attention to them. They doing something with their life.
And see, you also too, it's all about understanding yourself. And then as you're getting to know yourself, you're like, well, why am I attracting this type of person? So I had to start actually digging in and doing the work to figure out why am I attracting this and what childhood trauma that led to this, because I'm attracting something's going to be that ain't working out. So I need either something about me I need to get better at, or just understanding what am I attracted to and stuff like that. So that's why I said just taking more time out and building on myself before I actually move forward with somebody else.
Take a long look in the mirror, man, and you get yourself right before you do.
And I saw something on the Instagram. Single ladies, there's this unk here, so pay attention.
The single ladies.
No, don't holler at me, no. But single ladies, single men. This is what I need for you to do. I seen this on a podcast, and then I seen it on like a little clip, because attention span is everything. That's a whole other topic. But make sure you pull a piece of paper out, write down 10 things that you look for in a man, 10 things that you look for in a woman. Then become that list. Before you make sure you know what it is that you want, make sure you match the criteria of somebody that you would want to be with yourself. Would you date you? That's a real question.
You know what? Stay right there. Stay right there. You said no. Stay right there. I like what you said. Would you date you? Fellas, let's talk about it then. Jason, since you brought it up. Can't hide behind the blood. Would you date you?
I'm gonna be light on how I answer this.
I know.
One, I don't even throw the clothes in the closet, so don't go there. That's a whole nother podcast. But anyways, two,
Crazy.
the type of man that I've become, 100%. If for that purpose, this is such a pause moment, but whatever. Pause.
Camera and watch.
If I was, if I was of the other gender,
Yeah.
and had to choose me for a mate, 100%. The man that I am now, as opposed to who I was, because I'm constantly growing. But the man that I am right now, 100%. I would marry me. Like, I'm definitely marriage material. Hence, I'm married. So, but I found all that I was lacking for myself before I got into a relationship. But I'm still finding, little things to fine tune here and there. But yeah, most definitely, 100%.
Feedback off him? Yeah.
Pause.
Pause.
Yo.
If you was a chick, would you date you?
I want to answer.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go. Oh, wait for Myron to say it.
I want to see all the comments.
Oh,
on Bob.
God, I can't wait to go.
Oh gosh, boy.
I'm going to see some comments.
My bad.
Oh, would I date myself?
Say nothing crazy, you gotta move over a chair.
I just
gotta move.
What nephew got to move over?
Do your thing. My fault.
Back in the day, I probably would. I'm a visual. I sit back and watch everything. I watch how to be, how not to be. I grow from that, and I have my shortcomings and stuff like that. But definitely now I would. I've learned a lot. I've grown more. My wife helps me out a good bit on things. Helps me remember things. That's another good thing for a wife. A wife helps you remember things.
Sure do.
If you don't remember it, she will remember it.
Yeah.
Like an elephant never forgets, they never. Never.
1995, you remember you took out the trash?
Yeah, basically. Me, man, back in the day, hell no.
I was about to say. What's up? Not the way we were moving. Not the way we were moving.
I'm blessed right now to be with the woman I'm with today. Because real talk on this podcast, I don't mind talking. I keep it 100 with everything. It's a lot that I was trying to be that I wasn't. You know what I mean? It was a crowd I was running with. It was things I was trying to do like the other people was doing, but I had to sit down and tell myself, wait a minute, this is not you. This is not you. Like, what the hell are you doing? So, piggyback off what you said, Nate, get yourself together. I had to do that. It don't happen overnight. It took me a long time to get to the man I am today. But like y'all saying, today, hell yeah, without a shot of a doubt. Yeah, but back then, no. And what I'm getting at is, we all mature different. Some take longer, some take quicker, And I used to look at one of my partners, man, that matured way faster than me. And I was that little, I guess like that little gnat that kept trying to get him, man, come on, do this, man. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, you'll see it in a couple of years. Well, man, shut up. You don't know what the hell he's talking about. But reality hit home, and I seen it. And that's when I really started working on myself. I used to, like, we're drinking today, but we're having a good time. I used to turn to the bottle for a lot of my problems. Well, no answer in the bottle. It's just one of the things I used to do. When it came to her, I wasn't spending as much time with her as I should have been. But I got down on my knees, prayed, and I got to myself, man, and today I am a better man, thank God. But I couldn't have done it without her. You see, it all comes full circle. When we talk about can we, have a woman, for support. I couldn't have been the man I am today without her. We just gonna be 100, man. But yeah, man, that's my answer to that.
That's what it
But
is.
I had to ask that when you said that,
Well, my thing is, life experiences have taught me to the past, honestly, the past, the man I was before and stuff like that. It's almost in the sense of bleeding on new relationships onto somebody who never really cut you. And taking out a lot of the issues you had in other ways on somebody you want to love, but you don't know how because you never took the time to heal before you moved into another relationship. I think that's what.
Or learn to be by yourself, to be happy by yourself.
And sometimes finding yourself before you can be a part of a whole is a beautiful thing, because once you find you, she's gonna come.
Right.
She's gonna come because she was in the process of finding herself before she got to you. And once y'all get the chance to meet in that space, I talk with my hands like crazy, but once you I'm sitting there, but once you get the opportunity to meet in that same space to where you're both healed to the extent where you can grow with each other, that's what life begins to be all about.
And that's a beautiful thing. So it is.
I think that's very important.
Bounce off that. If, like, let's say you guys met your wife early on. I wasn't ready. I've never been ready.
It's that microwave love.
Yeah.
That's all we.
No, seriously. Imagine,
You're right, though.
imagine if you got whatever you wanted the moment you thought of it. You know how much stuff would be messed up? I need $1 billion right now.
Yeah.
Do you know what would happen if I had $1 billion right now?
You wouldn't know how to
Boy, it'd be over with.
Yeah.
Man, yo, Jay used to be a good dude. What happened? You seen him in
Yeah.
That microwave generation.
That's
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
That is it. That is absolutely
It's
it.
like you got, like you said, working on it, then, you know, the wife will come. That backbone will always be there then.
Yeah.
It won't be there, and then all of a sudden, Lord forbid, you get a divorce.
Yeah.
Then you got to start over
Gotta
again.
start over again.
You got to redo yourself, rebuild yourself.
No. You say this is it.
Ain't no divorce.
Ain't no divorce. Woo!
Mrs. Green,
Tabernacle.
till death. Do us part.
He said till death.
To death.
We in this for the long haul. We done did the blood oath. I gave you an onion ring. I gave you a wedding ring. I gave all of that stuff.
You gave her the
No.
last chicken wing too?
What? Last bite of cake? All of that.
dang.
What? All of that.
Yeah.
You here for the long haul, love you.
Yeah, it ain't no, it's no divorce, man. But y'all can't see her right now, but when I say this, she gonna get the biggest smile on her face. So, I believe I had a spell cast on me. And I'm gonna tell you
What the hell going
I'm
on
gonna
right
tell you
now?
why. But I love it though. It was one of the best spells that was ever cast on me in my life. Let me tell you something. Let me take y'all down this little journey with me right quick. So,
Scared.
I've been knowing my wife since the 3rd grade, right?
Come on with the coming on.
Now check this out. In the 3rd grade, what are
Yeah,
you?
well,
9 years old? Yeah, 9 years old. Now,
Yeah.
she crushed. I'm 9 years old. I'm into sports. I ain't thinking about no girlfriend or nothing like that.
Well,
But fast forward, we start dating and get married. But one day we're cleaning out our attic, and the funniest thing happened. A book falls. It's a diary. Now,
Stuff started to move.
yeah. You should. When I found this out my house, stuff was coming off the wall when I found this out. So no telling what the hell gonna happen in a minute. But anyway, and in the diary is her basically confessing her love for me at an early age, as a young age. And one thing that stuck out the most, she said, if it's true, it'll come back around.
And so she knew all along.
And I'll be damned. And it came back, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Manifestation.
She manifested our life.
There
So
it goes.
basically,
Basically.
yes, that
That's
is
it.
perfect.
That's awesome.
What she just said that you can't hear, but she is absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
When you begin to understand the power of words
Right.
and how they work, everything starts to work in your favor. But it can also work against you, so you need to understand the power of what it is you speak. That is your vibration to the universe.
Right.
Understand the
Right.
universe does
Listen.
not understand subliminals.
Right.
The universe does not understand, oh, you dummy, oh, you stupid. No. Once you understand the power of your words, that's when things start to fall into place. How you speak to yourself, not how you tell people you speak to yourself, is what's going to be reflective in your world. So I need y'all to pay attention to the power of your words.
Like my mom will always say, speak life into yourself.
Right.
Speak life into
She used to
yourself.
tell me that.
Everything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Everything else will flow into place.
It will.
Because, oh man, I'm having a bad day. You just told 1 billion cells you're having a bad day. The universe is like, let's give them some
But
more
you know
shit.
Yeah.
You know what? I like something Deion Sanders said. Deion said he never had a bad day. He had a bad moment. It's never been a bad day.
But listen to his choice of words.
But yeah, but this is my thing. I used to say that too. I used to say, man, the day was just a terrible day. It was a bad day, you know what? But you're living and you're breathing. You're still here. There's some people had a very bad day. They didn't even make it. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I started thinking like, okay, today was a bad moment. I came out of it. Okay, now if you take your time, clear your head, get everything right, then you can go on with the rest of your day. Of course, that bad moment happened. It's in the past now. You know what I'm saying? But don't carry that with you the rest of the day. Try to make something better for the rest of the day. So I like that. It's never a bad day.
Like my man with 50 did on Lion King, hit his head, bang.
Boom!
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's in the past. You know what I'm saying?
It's gone.
Yeah. Bounce off what you said.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Man got tuning forked and said,
Right. Right. But that's the truth, man. But that's what I wanted to talk about, you know, with women, as far as, you know, support. And then, like I say, the next thing I wanted to talk about, and it's funny that we was talking about women because you said this. You know, when you get married, we want to jump into finances. But when you get married, it's not just yours no more. You know, you share that. You know, and I know, brother, you know, you got your own business.
Got the spot.
You got your spot. And if y'all don't know where yet, tell you at 150 West Henry Street, Spartanburg, South Carolina. Snobs, y'all need to come on
get
down.
some.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday. And you open when, Jason?
we are open from 12 to 5 Wednesday and Sunday. We are open 12 to 8 Thursday through Saturday.
Yeah, come shop with it.
Come.
Please do.
Enjoy.
And man, we appreciate them for letting us do this the other day. Hopefully we'll shoot some more out of it. But since we're talking about finances, gentlemen, this can go on for hours here. This and everybody's different when it comes to this.
Come on, Jesus.
Let's go here. The money that some of us have blown in the past.
What is this for? What
I'm
is
gonna be real. I just wish, but you know, I got another chance to get it right. But I wish I had to use my brain a little bit better when it came to finances, because a lot of things I did, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us did. I'm just saying, I fucked up a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Period. And to be honest, I'm just not getting it right over the last couple of years, man. The importance in saving, especially what hit home, was when I got married and I had kids. Financial wealth. I wasn't left with that. But I definitely want to leave that for them. You see what I'm saying? So I'm taking the right paths, taking the right choice. And sometimes I just want to say, man, if I could have started this then and not now, how far along would I be? But I realized it wasn't meant for me to do it right now. Something had to wake me up. And you know, you got kids, man?
I don't have to.
Okay. You don't got, okay. You got kids. You got kids. Speak on that generational wealth a little bit, because what I see now, you know, when I hear about a lot of people, you know, well, such and such left this for me, such and such left, you know, especially with us as black people. Right? We're talking to us right now. We need to leave some kind of generational wealth for our kids and the coming up behind us, because I wasn't left with that. You know what I'm saying? But my father has said plenty of times, if he had took the right precautions, it could have, you know, we could have did some things. But I ain't blaming him for that. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get it right now. So what can you give the people out here right now of the best way they can provide some financial wealth for their family?
Dream with your eyes open will be the first thing that I would say.
Let me stop right there. Hey, when this brother talk, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's you, but it's like it's like the hell stand up on me.
Hey, man.
Because this man gives me a word like every now and then. And I mean, he got me really want to go do some shit right now. So I'm gonna let him finish, but I had to say it.
Uncle is a monk.
Yeah, I'm like, something, man, you doing something to me, man.
Look how you sit.
Don't look. This is a body that I'm not dreaming this. I'm working on it though. You gotta understand, I'm working on it. No,
Go ahead, bro.
but real deal, Holyfield. Dream while you're awake takes on a whole new meaning, because we're sitting in one of my dreams right now. We're sitting here like this, and I'm gonna get to the passed down part. I'm gonna bring it full circle, but understand that one, thoughts become things. I thought that I needed something to leave to mine because I'm not going to be here forever. Once I understood that, I started moving accordingly. But I'm creating a pass down now to where even if they do not keep this business or businesses, because make no mistake, I am a half. My wife, she runs 2 businesses besides this. So there was always going to be something. We have a lot of kids and grandkids now. So, but there's going to need to be something for all of them. The monetary gain, and not only the monetary gain, because that's only half of it, the mental gain that they're going to get from us just by us following our dreams is to let them know that it can be done. But they're going to be more and well off because we're going to leave them money in order to start dreaming while they're awake, because we're working at it right now. I don't need a bunch of money. What I need is to kind of be here forever through what my kids and their kids and their kids want to do. So that's what we're working on creating right now. I mean, yes, it's always great to not have to get up a little bit of FU money. I'll keep it PG for the podcast.
Gotcha.
A little bit of FU money is always good, but at the same time, what's FU money if your kids are out here, man, how am I gonna pay this electric bill? How am I gonna pay this phone bill? So I preach to them from the standpoint of make sure that you put money away, even it could be the smallest amount that you don't touch. But at the same time, I preach to them, anything is possible as long as you don't quit. The only people that have failed in this life were the ones that quit. It doesn't work like that. So it's more mental than it is money, because I can either fish for you or I can teach you how to fish. If I teach you how to fish, you're good for life. So by me following my dreams and not just speaking it to you, I'm teaching you how to fish for life. So that would be what I would say.
Got one, bro?
I always tell my kids to always remain present. Because one thing is you get locked in these phones, a tablet, and anything else, and not being present in that moment. So I want them to understand that being present, and enjoying the day, and then reading. They always put the knowledge in the books that they never wanted the black man to understand anything. So understanding to read. That's one thing. That's how I'm getting better. I'm reading.
So I want something from a black man, put it in a book. Is what they used to say.
Yeah, you know, and keep it away from us. So that's why I said gain the knowledge. Go where the knowledge is at. Read it. And I tell my kids to read. I want them to read.
And they have said it over the years. You know, heard this reading is fundamental. They weren't lying about it. I mean, that's real. You know what I'm saying? And that's something we need to
Go ahead.
No, because he's right. He's right to an extent. Reading is fundamental. The comprehension of what you're reading is fundamental.
True.
Like I feel like I can read 500. I'm about to pull a Cat Williams. Yeah, I put it out there. I can read 1,000 books. And not. Hey, we gonna talk.
1,000.
I can read 1,000 books in a month, but unless I'm comprehending what it is that I'm reading,
I agree.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. I want to put this. I don't read a lot. I do, but I don't read, a lot. Now, I met a guy.
But you're also very present, so.
True. I met a guy about 2 years ago. Me and him had a conversation. Random dude. I don't know him from Can of Paint.
That'd be the jewels.
And but you know what he told me? I was giving him the game. And he told me, he said, man, you must read a lot. So no, bro, I don't. I learned from my past experiences.
But you lived.
That's what I'm saying. And
that's more important than reading.
Right. And I mean, I've learned, because things happen for a reason, man. Like, we could sit up here and talk about this all day, but you ever had that gut feeling? When people say, go with your gut feeling, it's just not a lie. I mean, it's true. And I've seen things happen, and then when I didn't go with my gut feeling, I go and I'd be just damn. And then my mother used to tell me certain things like, you got to be. My mom was a straight shooter. She's gonna give it to you 100. Yeah. She's like, you got to be one of the stupidest. I know, but I sit back and I pay attention to the things that I wasn't, and I've come a long way just off that. You know what I'm saying? Now you're right, reading is fundamental, but you're right, it's what you're reading. But at the same time, you can learn a lot, like you say, just by being present and just by seeing what to do and what not to do. But you gotta have the mindset for it. You know what I mean?
I went with my gut feeling before. I ended up at Burger King and I was 360
That wasn't your
pounds.
damn gut feeling. That was your gut
Jesus,
talking.
Lord.
That was Burger King talking.
That was Burger King
That was Burger King talking.
That was a good feeling answer. That's what he gave me.
My stomach started. He said, "Go with your gut feeling." I'm like,
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A?
Really? Oh my
No,
God.
I'm not.
This man and his gut feeling,
Oh,
y'all.
But to your point, I only read books that I know that are going to be beneficial. I'm not going to read no Harry Potter book. I don't need to read all that stuff. I want to read stuff that's going to actually gain some knowledge or some intellect that I can actually pass on to people. So that's why I say with me being, understanding the gems, with me wearing all this is not just a fad. I actually got into that, understanding what the universe is. I wanted to read up on it. I wanted to understand what I was doing. So the more that I read, the more I got better. Then I was like, let me pass this on to everybody else.
Right.
And that's how you get people. That's how you share your generational wealth with your kids.
True indeed.
Especially now that our kids are like, my oldest one has autism, so they're already I would say the brand new human beings that are becoming in the world anyway. So I just want them just to be present because I didn't have a phone and all this shit back in there. I was outside.
Yeah.
It just being outside. So I want them to understand you can't get all your information from here. You got to go live life and
you
just
got to.
stop being inside the whole time.
So
Yeah.
my thing is this: what do you think J.K. Rowling was doing when she created those Harry Potter books? Where do you think her imagination was when she was coming up with all of that? To be able to think outside the box, you don't think that was a pass down? What if you read that book and it changed your life to think so far out the box? You created the next new something that moved technology, that moved the world into the next wave of what it was to become. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's information is everything, or in everything, excuse me, but you sometimes got to be able to read between the lines type stuff. So, I mean, you can catch a message in the oddest places. I go to Walmart. I never think I'm going to catch a word or a jewel.
Catch a
And
message
somebody
out
will
of-
say something
yeah.
to me, and I'm like, I was today years old. I ain't know none of that. Okay.
So now I know where you get it from.
Walmart.
3 o'clock in the morning, the girl with the fuzzy slippers. And
Y'all read
and the-
Walmart. I thought it was Burger King. I thought he was still
That was the gut feeling. That was the gut feeling.
You might run into some gyms up there too. So
But real talk, you can run into a lot of gyms, man. You just gotta pay attention to them, bro.
And we just gonna put it out there. I'm sorry, good brother, but
Oh,
you know what I mean. Married ladies, because I don't want none of you single ladies messing with me. And the women that are married already got a man. Make sure you follow me on my Only Snacks page. www.onlysnacks/chunky peanut butter /big Reese cup / we just gonna put that out there. Okay, back to the show. My fault. My fault.
Hey, man,
Hey,
the world
man,
know.
hey, and we the ones drinking. He ain't even
Yeah, he
drinking.
ain't
That's some bullshit.
You a man.
He drunk off life.
You a
What in the
man.
world, man?
He's like this all the time.
Yeah,
Follow me on my Only Snacks page.
Only
Yeah.
Snacks.
Only snacks.
The man got rap songs. We ain't gonna get into all
Oh
that,
my
man.
God, please don't
He
go
do.
there. Lord Jesus.
The brother's talented.
Maybe he got seasonings.
Yeah. Oh,
Check 'em out.
Yeah.
Check 'em out.
Come get you some Fat Boys. Not me, but
I
the
use
seasoning.
So we go.
That's the name of my seasoning.
How
It's
does
called
that
Fat Boys. I'm just saying, these people don't know me, so they getting introduced to me.
Oh Lord.
So,
And I'm a snack rapper, so you know what I mean. Like I rap about what I know.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Yeah.
gangster. I'm not a thug. I don't be out here in these streets shooting the mess out of people.
the man got a song about Whoppers. Trust me.
Yeah.
The brother's
Shoot,
talented.
I mean, you know, shout out to Biggie Smalls. You know, I mean, I wanted to be him growing up. That's my guy. It was all a dream.
But
I used to eat almost everything. Salt and pepper with extra ketchup on my chicken wings. Burger wrappers on my wall. Every Saturday, snack attack, supersize my number 4. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a
You
snack.
do this, baby.
Yeah.
You do this.
You just ate him on that one.
Yeah, that was
Ate
nice.
that train.
That was nice. We didn't even let him go the whole 16. That was nice. We don't want the whole 16.
But anyways, no, real spill. My fault. Go ahead, do your thing.
No, man. It's like, how the hell do you follow up after?
I don't know what you
You know,
say.
no,
can't.
that's
Nothing you
real
can
talk.
say
I gotta
after
bring it all the way back.
Yeah.
All the way
So
back.
let's bring it all the way back.
God almighty.
Something you said though, I'm gonna piggyback off something you said. I told
Yes.
you it's jewels and everything.
Yes.
You said Biggie Smalls was your guy. You wanted to be like him when you was young. Now, was that just a bar or is that true?
This is very true.
Very true.
I fell in love with hip hop in the early 80s.
Let's go.
Um,
Hip hop. Let's talk.
So, like, I fell in love with hip hop, like all elements. I fell in love with all elements of hip hop. I'm a true '80s baby.
Gotcha.
But Biggie was the one who opened my eyes to the guys who weren't necessarily picked upon
Gotcha.
to be able to thrive.
Gotcha.
It's not taken away saying I'm not a handsome dude, but at the same time, I was moved by his movement to be great and be comfortable in his own skin, because I had a lot of great ideas, but I didn't know how to get them off because I had a fear of what other people
Might
would
say.
think,
Okay.
or how they would react to what I had going on. Once I got over that, he came out, and I loved everything from his wordplay to how he reacted, and that made me want to get into music. So, yeah.
Okay.
he
Shout
was
out to
Biggie
Biggie Smalls,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. And his his anniversary of his passing was just March 9th. So rest in peace, King.
Shouts out. Real talk. Real talk. So that was your guy. Myron, piggyback off that. Who was your guy you wanted to be like you? Did you have one? That one tough.
Man, you know, I'm gonna bring it back to where, you know, we talk about reading and stuff.
Let's go
stuff
there.
like that.
Yeah,
and
let's go there.
comprehension. I have to go. I give props to my pops, man. You know what I'm
Shouts
saying?
out. Yeah.
Every summer from when I was in 4th grade up to 8th grade, he would tell me to read something. He would get up. Before he would go to work. He'd get up and be like, "I need you to read something." After you read it, write a paragraph.
Okay.
The comprehension.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So you could actually understand what you read.
Yeah.
And if I didn't do it,
What was the
if I didn't call him by lunchtime, tell him.
Yeah.
If he called me by lunchtime, I didn't read it.
Yeah.
I would have something I would not like to do.
Ooh.
So, I like,
Joe Jackson
so
said.
I have to say, man, my pops, man, my pops, you know, he taught me to read, comprehension. He taught me how to control my anger. So
Like
yeah,
that.
a shout out to pops, man, and
That's
he
real.
always told me to save. Now let's go back to where the win. I'm about to go back.
Before you do that, all of you play an intricate role in the future of America. So individually, I want to give y'all flowers and let you know, shout out to y'all for being stand-up fathers and holding
appreciate
it
it.
down for what it is y'all do for these kids, because we appreciate you and
Right.
y'all are needed.
Right.
So
Appreciate it.
But yeah, do your thing, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Back to it, my fault.
Back to where you said, would I date myself? I have to go back to that.
Oh, you went back. Now you got no.
Because
Okay.
I did not know nothing about finance. I did not save. I spent every
See,
little penny
that
I
came
got.
back around. Now
Yeah.
back. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Every little penny.
I feel
Yeah.
And when you have that backbone,
Talk about
she'll be like, why you get that from?
it. Right.
Or she's like,
Yeah.
pay the power bill? Or some glitch in it.
Yeah.
Did you pay the power bill?
Right. Right.
And you have to go back and be like, oh shit, man, I didn't even really need it at the time.
Bro, I'm you know, since you said that again, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't even think she know this, but I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna keep this a buck, man. Nate, you remember Magnolia Townhomes where I used to stay,
Yes, sir.
and I was working at Smartbird still at the time,
Yep.
getting paid every week, bro. And that back then, that's
was
when
the
the
worst
Air
thing
Force
you could ever
Ones
do.
was the best thing jumping. Jordan's always been dope, but if you didn't have the ones on your feet, you still got it. You know, it wasn't nothing. And I remember they came out with the clear joints.
Yes.
They
I
came out
remember
with
the clear one.
They came out with the clear Air Force One where you put on the fancy socks. See
Yeah.
through it. Now,
Yes, sir.
I had
Retro. Retro.
by the Air Force, clear Air Force One.
Yeah.
Oh, that damn cable get cut off. Which one? Well, guess what? We was party animals back in the day. Don't worry about the damn cable.
I'm good.
No, that's trouble. We was party animals. You know, we ain't worry about that. She wasn't worried about that either. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I goes to the mall. I was on third shift. Go buy the Air Force Ones. Right? Boom, boom, got it. Bring back to the crib. I'm sitting here watching TV.
Oh, man.
Real story, swear to God, this is no lie. I talked to her on the phone. The cable bill, dude. Yeah, I got it. You know which? I'm thinking they're gonna give me another week, Myra. You know what I'm saying? I watched the cable guy pull up, gets out the damn van, put the cone in front of the truck, walk around my shit. I'm watching ESPN. Look, clip. Look, it happened so quick. Only thing was on in the house was the TV. I heard the shut of the box in the back. He walked back around. I looked through the window. He said, I said, yeah, man. I done sat up here and had to wait a whole nother week.
And that was the highlight of his day, too.
It was. He got me.
He was in the window.
Yeah, I mean, he got his, I said, you but, I can't say that on him. But that shows you, back then I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? When it came to money. Because as quick as I spend, I get it back. You know what I'm saying?
Flew through my hand so quick.
Yes, sir. It was just
through my hand so quick.
It was crazy,
so
man.
quick, man, like water.
Yeah,
The
that's
thing
how it
that
was.
throws me is, unpopular opinion, but it's a truth in my daily. My wife is hardly ever wrong. She's right.
How do y'all feel about that?
I've been battling with it for years, and I will do something. Then this guy. Nah, girl, I got this. Oh shit, it happened, and then I just be sitting there, and she don't even have to say I told you, so I just know it's coming, so I just walk off, and I'm like, all right, all I can get out is, yeah. So you know how debilitating that is as a man. She's never wrong, like never wrong. I'm like.
Oh,
right.
man.
So it makes it hard not to listen to her, but when I do listen to her, I'm like, man, she punking me. So it's it's my battle. It's my battle. It keeps me alive and all of that. But
you're right.
She's right. I can count on both hands, and when I'm right, I don't even know how to act. Like I think it's my birthday. Like, that's the only time I'm right.
I'm gonna be real. When I be right, I don't know if it was Kevin Hart or Cat Williams. They was talking about that 99%, then that 1%, the man is right. So when I am right, oh my God, you can't tell me ish. I'm like, yeah, I told you, I just keep going on. Like it's my birthday, like it's Christmas, or like it's something like that. But in reality, 99% of the time she's right.
And 10 minutes later, you're gonna be wrong again. Then it's right back to So
no. See what you do 10 minutes later. When you say you right, you get the hell on. You don't stay there. So 10 minutes later, you ain't even in her presence to be right or wrong. You just keep doing what you do. Go outside, have a good time, take a walk.
Call your boys.
I
was right.
I was right. Let's get it.
What I do next? I'm scared.
Yeah, man. But that's you right. They're almost always right, bro.
But shout out to her for being right, because it brought us a long way.
Yeah. And shouts out to the women out there, period, man. We salute y'all, and the fellas too. And what I want to do, fellas, we ain't got enough time for it. I want to talk about fatherhood. I want to do a panel on fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get more fellas on here, and we can chop it up about that, because that's a discussion I think we can go all day and all night with.
Love to see.
You know what I'm saying? That's something.
It just brings you an awareness of all the present people that are involved in their kids' lives, and how they're affecting the way they work. Because we live in a messed up place.
Yeah, we do.
There's so many influences now as opposed to what there used to be. Like, y'all are needed. I don't know how many of you are watching this. I hope the world is watching this.
Yeah,
just
we
for the
hope
simple
so.
fact that y'all are needed, but your presence is needed, but your guidance is needed.
Okay.
That's it.
That's good, man.
You're gonna attack that. Make sure I want fathers that are actually there with a 2-parent household.
Yeah,
one parent household.
Yeah.
One that's actually struggling with the baby mama trying to see his dog. I want to hear perspectives from everybody.
It's gonna be
all I heard was round one fight.
But that's the thing. You gotta be able to. You gotta hear everything so that we can actually. I want to hear everything. I want to hear.
A panel.
Yeah, that's a panel. That is a panel.
That's a big panel.
And if you are interested in it, and if you are watching, this is online, but this will be dropping Tuesday. So please drop your name in the comment if you want to come on the next panel about fatherhood, and we're gonna talk about it, man. I really would like to have more than we have today. At least 8 brothers. That's a big panel. We can talk about that. Also, I want to do one with the women. Let my wife host motherhood. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's major. You know what I'm saying? But fellas,
polygamy.
Oh, whoa. What did he just say?
Whoa.
He didn't
Oh, that
just-
was the book I just finished up on because
Yeah,
I
it,
needed
but
to get
because
more
it
knowledge
ain't got
about
nothing to do with me.
You gonna have me getting killed.
I'm sorry,
Right.
that was the
Right.
that was the
But
book I finished
you know what?
last
To
week.
your
so.
defense, I got a friend of mine that she can talk about that. Now, I'm not gonna be on here with her when she do it, but I'll let Sade sit in the seat with her and talk
Yeah,
about it.
I had to learn more about it. I kept hearing about it,
Yeah.
so I wanted to learn more about it. I read it,
Yeah.
and then now I'm understanding
But
why
that's
that
what
works.
this
It
podcast
works.
is about, man. You can get on here, you know, every voice is heard. You know, it's no right or wrong answer, but at the end of this podcast, we're gonna keep it all the way 100, keep it positive, and we're not gonna ruffle any feathers and not fix it before we get off. You know what I mean?
Can I tell you 2 things?
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Go ahead.
look, no. Just last thing I'm gonna say. I appreciate y'all for this, truly.
Yeah.
But 2 books I would love for y'all to go out and find and then really study. 1, The Richest Man in Babylon.
Richest Man in Babylon.
2, The Alchemist.
Okay.
Make sure y'all go out, check them 2 books to bring back the
to
finance
see
and then just the life. Even you can do audiobooks, you know what I mean? But just make sure y'all check out both of them books. As far as finance, just understand the power of everything that you own.
Okay.
You are deserving of a percentage of that you don't touch. That
Okay.
way, as it compounds and as it builds, you start to get that generational wealth that you didn't even know you was putting away. But make sure that your budgeting is in order. So, The Alchemist, Richest Man in Babylon. Make sure y'all check those out.
And I will drop them on the screen for you guys to go find them. I'm pretty sure you find it in any bookstore probably.
Any bookstore.
Any bookstore. Okay, so we'll do it like that.
I know I'm all over the place, but those are important to me. I
No, you
wanted to
good,
say
man. I'm
those.
glad you dropped it in here, man. I
Two reading sites. You don't have to do audiobook because I know it's expensive.
Yeah.
Libby and Hoopla. Those are free.
True.
You know, all you have to have is your Spartanburg or have a library card to type in, and then you can rent any book you want to. So if you don't want to pay all this stuff for audiobook, Libby and Hoopla. That's where I go through and listen to all my books.
Okay.
So
Like,
there should be no
comment,
reason, no
share.
reason,
Yeah.
no reason not to
Subscribe.
read.
Like, comment, share.
He gave you
subscribe.
books. He gave you books. Read them. No
Listen,
reason.
This brother is the truth. Y'all need to blow him up.
Just like, comment, subscribe, share. By all means, man.
Please.
Go to the page, like it.
Teasy.
Yeah,
Yes.
he called me Teasy, which you.
His
you
young
done
Jeezy
heard it.
little brother.
Yeah, you know who it is. Jeezy, if you
Yeah.
watching this, if
Oh,
you
my
watching
God.
this, you already know. You already know, my brother. But look, man, it's been real with y'all guys today. And with that
Appreciate
being
you for having
said,
us.
man, yes, sir. We
Yes.
gonna do it again. We'll do
Yeah.
it again. We'll do it again. And with that being said, this is the One Nation Podcast 864, and we're signing off. Peace.
Peace.